Hello guys, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube. So this Rubik's Cube is basically just a smaller than a 3x3 and bigger and it's just smaller than a 3x3. So it's basically a 3x3 except it doesn't have any of the edges, meaning you only have to solve the corners. So if you do not have a 2x2 and you still want to solve it, you can either solve it on a 4x4 if you have one and just mix the inner and outer layers together, or you can just solve the corners on a 3x3 or any thing, actually, any cube. So first, I'm gonna make sure you know the notation. And so the first letter you will see probably the most is R. R is when you turn the right face clockwise. And then it goes the same for all the other faces. U is the U face, meaning that this goes clockwise. L is the L face, meaning that L goes clockwise. D is the down face, meaning that the down face goes clockwise. And as it goes the same for front and back. And also, there will be something. There's also something called primes or I's. So RI means right counterclockwise, also known as R prime, but I will label my algorithms with a I after, not an apostrophe. But if you do see an apostrophe in other videos, it means prime. So let's basically go over what I just said. So R is the right face going right. L is the left face going clockwise. U is the up face going clockwise. Down is the down face going clockwise. Front is the front face going clockwise. And back is the back face going clockwise. So R prime is R, the right face going counterclockwise, and same with L and U prime and D prime and F prime and B prime. I don't know if you can see that, but B prime. Anyway, now also the second thing I want to say is I use a different method, so I do not practice with this method. So like if I were to teach someone, I could not just say, okay, the algorithm is RULU or whatever, something like that. Because usually, like, when you do Rubik's cubes, you kind of just count on your nerves. When you memorize the cubes, you just kind of like your fingers just already know what to do since you have so much practice. So I will not say the algorithm since I don't know, but they will be on the screen. So, all right. Step 1: scramble your cube. So just scramble it. I think that's scrambled enough. We'll give it a few more turns. There we go. Step number 2, solve one side. Not a face, just the side. And you should be able to do all of it until you get to a point, and I'll show you which one that is. So usually you should be able to solve all of one side except one dot. Actually, I think every time you can, but if, for example, like something like this, and you can't get this in without messing it up, well, actually, then you just like, usually you can get 3 dots. So, step 2, no, not step 2, same step, but the next part is to solve the last dot, so, or QB. So if you cannot solve this, usually it'll happen. You will get 3 or 2 cases. The next one is if it is on the bottom. If it's on the bottom, then you just put it directly under where it needs to go. See, it needs to go right there, and it's directly under. Actually, and then you're gonna flip it over, and actually turn it back here. So it's not supposed to be directly, it's supposed to be directly under, then you turn it back here. And then you basically just get this, and you basically just pair it up. But yeah, you should know how to solve one side. It's pretty straightforward, but the next part is basically putting this one up here. If you can't put it up there, then you just turn this up. Yeah, just turn this out of the way, put it back. So, I'm assuming you guys already know how to solve one side, because, you know, if you don't, that wasn't really helpful. What I showed you was just kind of basically what you should know. So, step 2 is solving the whole entire layer, not just the side. So, you will get like two cases. The one case is where you have two 1x2 blocks, actually one 1x2 block, and wherever it is, you just need to put it in the back. And then you're gonna hold it so that it's in the back, and then do the algorithm on the screen. Like that. So, see, and then you have solved half of the Rubik's Cube, meaning not only is this white, but this is orange, green, red, and blue. The second case is, this case, is where you get this, like this. So, the next one is where you have no blocks right there. So you're just going to start from any view and do the algorithm on the screen again. And then you'll get a dot and put them in the back. Or you'll just luckily get a layer. Step 2 is to solve the top face. We solve the yellow face. So, and the algorithm to solve that, first off, if you have a dot, always put it in the bottom left, always. And do this algorithm. R, U, R prime, U, R, U, 2, R prime. Then, but it won't always do it at the same time. But, for example, if you get this case where there's no yellow pieces on top, or the top color, then you just do it, the algorithm from where it is. Then you might get a dot here, or you might, get something like, you'll just get different cases. And so, like, you might get like thing here and then two headlights, hold that here and the headlights right here, that, and then you'll get a dot, and then you might get another dot. Just play around with it until you get the feel of it. The next and final step is where you solve the whole cube. You will get two cases in this, but the same algorithm. So the first case is where you get 1x2 block and pair it up with its color, so it happens to be red, but it will usually be different colors every time. So that if you look at it, everything is solved. You just need to switch these two. See? And what you're going to do is pair it up with its color and put that in the back and do the algorithm on the screen. Your cube is solved. The next part is, the next case is where it looks like this. Is where there's no pieces that are 1x2 blocks, and that will always be two of them are solved, and these two need to be switched. So you're just going to hold that from a one that's not solved right here on the top right, and just do the algorithm on the screen again. Then you will get a dot. It's the same algorithm as before, and do this algorithm. So, I'm sorry, my camera's not very good, but yeah. Basically a tutorial on how to solve a Rubik's Cube Friedrich method, and I will probably do Ortega method, and I'm learning CLL right now, and so yeah, and that is basically it, and hope you enjoyed. I might do a redo because this isn't the best video, but yeah, so my camera's not very good. So thank you. Please rate this video, comment on this video, and if you enjoyed, subscribe. Thank you, and have a nice day.